I'm Mana, and today we are doing the plus size curvy Welcome to Death Loves Potluck, and today we are going to be doing the plus size curvy alternative tag. Say that 5 times fast. Aisling, am I saying her name right? O'Neill posted a video with this, and I found it inspiring, and I want to put my 2 cents in if anyone actually cares. But I think that we do all need to empower each other and get our feelings out there. So I'm going to give it a try. So question number 1 is, what style do you categorize yourself as, and does it fluctuate? Well, I think the umbrella term is probably goth. But there's so many subcategories. I get so turned around and lost, and I don't really know what to call myself. Do I call myself goth? Do I call myself witchy? Do I go Lolita? Do I do steampunk? I love Halloween, and I love just wearing jack-o'-lanterns and orange and black. What does that even fall into? So I have a hard time bringing it all together. So yes, it fluctuates if you want to put it that way, but you know, I also do like some, well, no, because everything that I like tends to go back into the Gothic style. So, for example, I always say I was ahead of the curve as a young girl because I would like peasant blouses, which that could also be 70s, 60s kind of style. And it can be kind of Renaissance fair garb, but I've always liked it, and when I got real big into it, suddenly it became a fashion trend. I'm not saying I'm breaking any boundaries here, you know, I just find it coincidental that, I don't know, I'm kind of blessed that if I like something, it tends to come into style for a time so I can buy it all up and then store it away. So yeah, it's hard to really put a label. I think aristocrat goth is probably what I aim to be, but most of the time I'm just wearing black stretch pants and a t-shirt, so take it as you will. All right, question number 2. What is your size / shape? I don't get that whole apple pear kind of comparison, so I really don't know. I'm a can of prepackaged biscuits. You know, the kind you pop open the can and it scares the crap out of you and they just, that's me. So my size, well, I'm 5'2", 5'3", and right now I'm fluctuating between 200 and 210 pounds. I'm currently on a diet. So we'll see, but what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Okay, so about 5'2", 5'3". I fluctuate between 200 and 210 pounds right now, and usually I'll wear a 2X or a 3X, which is anywhere from a size 18 to a 26, and I'll stand up so you can see my body type. And I did purposely wear this t-shirt to show my arms, which I don't usually like to do, and it's actually not black, so with the color you can kind of see my stomach. And I want to tell you, this is a size 3X, 24 to 26 wide. And it is a lot tighter than I like it to be. Which is one of my pet peeves. Yes, I know it's a woman's t-shirt, and they tend to be cut smaller and tighter because God knows every woman wants to be in tight clothing that shows everything off all the time. But it had a cute design on it, so I really wanted it. So in the end, for me to wear this out in public, I would have to cut the sides open and put a triangle of either black material or lace with black material, and I would put a ruffle of black material around the bottom just to lengthen it, and I would wear like a net shirt or some kind of mesh shirt, or even lengthen the sleeves with, again, more ruffles or something. Yeah, I know wearing a mesh or net shirt doesn't cover this, but it makes me feel better. Okay, so here I am, broken can of biscuits. I'm gonna stop sucking in. Okay. So here is, yeah, this is me. I'm putting it out there. This is me. And double chin. This is me. Not at a high angle. This is where we're at. So I'm gonna put that out there. I like to do the downward angle because it cuts out some of that chin, except when I turn my head to the side, you can see it. But since we're being honest here, this is what size I am. Broken can of biscuits all over the place. Usually in my videos, I'm wearing a corset. You'll see I'm sitting up a little straighter. These are up a little more. Not today. Today I'll try to be, even right now, just instinctively I'm sucking in. So there. That's, there we go. That's me just, bleh, how I would normally sit in front of a computer. Okay, question number 3. Where is your favorite place to shop? And this is probably going to disappoint a lot of you. I usually shop at normal stores that are physical locations, so I will sometimes go to Kohl's. I got disillusioned with that because you know how it is. Sizing is not sizing. It's not consistent. So when I tried on a 2X and I couldn't get it over my chest, I almost started crying in the dressing room. Okay, to be honest, I probably did cry in the dressing room. So it depends if I can find something that actually fits me. It's not often that I really shop for clothes except around Halloween, because obviously... So a lot of my clothes I get at Walmart, just kind of peasant blousey kind of shirts, and I'll just pair that with a corset and it kind of dresses it up. If I'm looking to buy actual gothy type clothes, Fan Plus Friend. They are, I believe, based out of China, but they don't steal other people's designs, really. I mean, they're similar to other clothes, but they don't steal other people's exact designs and patterns. They make their own patterns. At least I haven't seen their patterns on any other dresses. And they will custom make your size for you. You give them the measurements and they will make it for you. And for the most part, their clothes are very well made. And they're somewhat reasonable. I'll say they're tiered skirts. The bottoms of them aren't hemmed. They're just kind of serged and left, which from a distance, no one can really tell. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. But everything else is usually very well made. They are very good with the customer service, to the point of I was ordering a batch of clothes and I ordered a petticoat that the measurement didn't fit my waist, but I had gotten that size when I was a little lighter and I still fit in it, so I ordered that size. And now I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to go down again. Someone from customer service contacted me and said, I saw you put this size in your cart and I just want to make sure that it only fits up to this size, and is it going to fit you? And I told him that I ordered it as a gift for a friend, but I knew it was going to fit me because it was a stretchy waist and the one I previously ordered fit me still. So I really like Fan Plus Friend for that reason. I have never been disappointed in anything I bought yet. I've tried ordering clothes off of Amazon, Wish, AliExpress. I know it's a moral dilemma. Do I want to support fast fashion and them ripping off other brands and, you know, poor work environment versus spending a whole lot of money on something and it possibly not fitting versus spending $5 on a shirt and if it's not that good, it was $5, which $5 is still $5, but when you have trouble getting clothes to fit you, just because the size and measurements fit you does not mean it's going to look good on you. Case in point, a lot of them, they don't tell you arm size, and I can't get my arms all the way into the sleeves, or I know that a cut that's kind of cut at the bust and then free-flowing sometimes looks good on me and sometimes makes me look pregnant. So it is a struggle. If I had the money, yeah, I would buy from like Killstar. I love their stuff and I know they have plus sizes, but is it worth the gamble to have to go through the pain of returning it or not being able to return it just because it doesn't look good on me as opposed to does it fit me? So yeah, I usually just stick to like Walmart, Target, Kohl's, just because they're here. I can try it on, and I have a phobia of shipping, so for me to return something, I usually just, the time runs out and I never get around to returning it because I just have some kind of fear of mailing things. So yeah, that's so I said you were going to be disappointed in my answer. I don't have some amazing, wonderful place to buy clothes that are super cheap and gothy, and yeah, but Fan Plus Friend, look them up. I stand by them. Question number 4. Do you find it difficult to find items that match your style in the size that you need? Well, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to say that mockingly, but yeah, a lot of sizes only, well, I know a lot of it is Asian sizing, but they only go up to a 34-inch waist, and right now, corseted, I'm a 41-inch waist. So yeah, and even if I could find it in my waist size, the bust size is either way too small or they think it should be 10 inches bigger than it is, and sorry, it's not. So yes, it's very hard to find clothes in general, let alone gothy or any other type of style that I like. So yes, it's it's very hard. I have plans on, I've always wanted to start my own clothing line and just do a bit of sewing, and I always said if I do that, I'm not going to raise the price on plus sizes because a lot of times once you get to a certain size the price goes up. But doing that myself, not having any kind of wholesale fabric, I know it takes a lot more fabric to make skirts for a plus size versus a smaller size. So for someone who is sewing them themselves, I can see that. But for big industries where you can get your fabric for pennies on the dollar, whereas if you go to Joann's, you're looking at $7 to $15 a yard. And for example, to make a skirt for myself, I would probably need 3 yards with no frills. So that's at least $30 right there. So that I can see. Big corporations, come on, get on the ball. And to add into that, actually, no, I'll save that for pet peeves, okay? This is turning into a rant very quickly. Okay. What are your go-to style hacks? Number 5. I like wearing mesh shirts or net shirts underneath of things. I don't like wearing sleeveless shirts. I don't like wearing shorter sleeves. So showing my arms, not something I like to do, so I will usually do that to give me a little confidence. Like I said before, I know you can see through them, but for some reason, it gives me a lot of confidence just to have something else over my arms. I also like wearing black tights, and in order to feel better about myself, throw on a pair of high heels or a pair of boots. That always makes me feel a little better. I feel a little more dressy, not so slobbish, because I usually just like wearing a t-shirt and some stretch pants. So I will just get a billowy blouse and some black leggings and a pair of heels or boots, and I feel a little more dressy. And I'm still basically at the same comfort level. If you don't have time to put makeup on, just take a angled chisel brush, put some black eyeshadow, and just rub it in your top eyelashes. And that will give you the appearance of eyeliner without having to take the time to do your eyeliner. And that just gives you just a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of confidence boost, just to have a little something, even though you don't have time to do full makeup, which going to work, I never do. I hardly ever do. I don't do liquid foundation. I just have a powder foundation. I just wipe it on my face, put a little black on the top of my eyelid, and I'm out the door. I'm not talking about up here. I'm talking about just in your lash line, like you would be putting mascara or eyeliner on. Just a little bit to darken it up, and I feel a little better. I also carry with me a Burt's Bees tinted lip balm, and that just gives your lips a little extra color, and I feel a little bit better about myself. I don't feel quite so drab. And I've lost my train of thought. What was the question again? What are your go-to style hacks? Okay. Like I said, if I were a little more evened out, I would wear a belt just to bring things in, but I am not even. I am a busted can of biscuits, like I said, so that may work for some of you. Does not work for me. I wear a corset, a steel bone corset, when I can, but I don't wear it to work anymore. I used to, but as I'm getting older, I'm sorry, TMI, I have to pee more frequently, and trying to go to the bathroom, first of all, I have to, my hair is below my butt, so I have to pull that over to the side, make sure it's not hitting the toilet, and then I have to lift up all my frilly, ruffly skirts and petticoats, and I have to line the toilet with toilet paper because I will not use a public toilet without anything on it, and I'm too short, one, and I don't have the strength in my legs, two, to just hover over the seat like some people do. Again, I'm like 5'2", so most of the toilets are too tall. My legs are dangling like a little kid. So trying to do all that and then clean up and get everything back on without touching the toilet and without blowing the toilet paper or the toilet seat cover off of the toilet, which happens all the time. As soon as I lift my skirts up, that draft just, whew, and then I have to turn around, put everything down, try to line it again. So while I like the confidence of wearing a corset, I don't do it as frequently anymore, but if you have a special event, it might be worth it just to give you the confidence of being a nice flat figure, pulls your waist in. You can then wear a belt if you're lumpy like me. Okay, from style hacks to what is your favorite accessory? And it kind of blends in with that as well. My favorite accessory in general is a black choker. For some reason, I think it just adds a little something extra to your outfit. It can be casual, it can be classy, it could be punk grunge, or it could be high-end Lolita aristocrat. I just love the look of it. And for the longest time, I would not do it because of these creases in my neck. Because the creases in my neck will swallow the choker and it will accent my double chin for some reason. So until recently, I refused to wear one. And sometime this year, I just said, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just going to wear it because I want to. But I like it because it can take a t-shirt to a step up and it looks a little more classy. Okay, so for an accessory that is not speaking quite so generally, a very specific accessory I love is this Smokey Quartz necklace I had made for me off of Etsy. I will try to put a link down the bottom. It is a very large smoky quartz with a crescent moon design and some filigree around the top. I don't know why it doesn't want to zoom in there. There we go. This is one of my favorite pieces. The problem is, one, it is very large, very large, and so it's very big. I cannot find a chain that looks right with it for its weight and girth and majesty. I tried putting this multi-layer chain on it, but even that still it isn't quite right. Another problem is it does usually hang just in my cleavage because it is so big, and then you get all your sweaty and like how your phone screen looks after swiping at it for a while. It kind of looks like that. So I love it to death, but I don't wear it often for those reasons. So I'm still working on it, but I needed something to protect me from all the negative energy out there, and I thought, what about this big old chunk of smoky quartz? So if I'm having a particularly hard time, or I know I'm going to be in a very large, crowded place, this is my go-to to try to stave off all that negativity. So that would have to be my favorite specific accessory. I also like to wear big flowery headpieces, whether it's deer horns or cat ears, just fake flowers, to give my head a little more girth. Does that make sense? Because my hair is just pin straight naturally, and because it's so long, while it is very fine, the weight of it does stop me from styling it, so I can't get any volume in my hair, and I think I need a little extra poof or something to balance out the extra girth. So that would be my second choice for specific accessories. Who is your favorite plus size curvy inspiration? Okay, so obviously you, Aisling. I know you haven't really seen yourself that way probably, but you wear your clothes, you do you, so I love it. That's how I found you, was your plus size clothing hauls. Also plus size Lolita Georgina Rondeau, Doull, I think it is. Total inspiration. I hate my chunky legs, and she actually I don't I don't want to offend anyone, but she has chunky legs, and I think she looks marvelous. She wears her stockings and her skirt's a little shorter, and she looks marvelous. Things that I would not have dared to wear myself because of my own issues. And she looks lovely. Look her up. She is, to me, an inspiration. I don't know her personally. I don't know anything about her personal life. I've just seen pictures of her, and they inspired me. Also, cosplayer Andromeda Alchemy, her Poison Ivy. Come on, that wiggle dress. So those are my top 3 inspirations at the moment. I like looking at other plus size models because it does give me confidence, and if I go looking at store models, no. So I like to see real women, and you know, not that they are, but broken broken containers of biscuits like me. That's what I want to see in fashion. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying I am. But it gives me a little more confidence in my biscuitness. Alright, 3 more. We're on number 8. What gives you curvy confidence? Like I said, looking at other curvy gals, real curvy gals, not store models, it really gives me inspiration, and I wish there was more out there. Because a lot of girls, yes, you're plus size, but you're spread out evenly. Like, I would rather be wide than lumpy, which is what I am. So to see other lumpy girls wearing things that is more publicly acceptable, I don't know how to say that without downing anyone. Like, yes, you do you, you can wear a tight dress, you can feel confident in yourself, but if I wore it, I would feel like people were making fun of me. But at the same time, I see another chunky girl wearing it, and I think she looks fabulous. So I don't know why I can't mirror that onto myself, but so I know it's hard to explain. Like, I could see someone 5 times my size wearing a skin tight dress, and she's all lumpy, and I think she looks fabulous. But then again, there are some people of Walmart that think they look fabulous, and then I'm like, that's probably what I look like. So it's kind of a, yeah. So definitely seeing more people like that. Also, oddly enough, I don't want to be narcissistic, but seeing good pictures of myself, good selfies, even doing YouTube has helped me a lot. This downward angle, it makes me feel a little better about myself, because if there's a candid picture of me, this past New Year's, I took a picture with my husband, and we were holding sparklers, and I had a nice 1920s flapper dress on, and I was feeling super cute, and then I saw the picture, and I went into a horrible depression. At the same time, New Year's is my birthday, so seeing that picture and it being my birthday and being older all kind of hit me at the same time, so it was very rough for me. So seeing good pictures and being able to see the positive in myself is very helpful. So I can't believe I'm even posting that picture, because oh my god. So that's what I look like candid without this lovely downward angle here. So yeah. All right, number 9. what is your plus size curvy girl pet peeves? Oh my God, so many, so many. Okay, so let's start with plus size stores. All right. I will try to keep this rant short, but just because you make the clothes bigger doesn't mean they're plus size. All right. So if you're making a line of plus size clothing, yes, Torrid, I'm talking to you. Also keep in mind what some of our insecurities might be. If you want to wear a crop top and you want to wear a sleeve, that's perfectly fine. But give those of us that aren't as confident in our bodies a little more choice. Just because you upsize something doesn't mean it's just going to fit a larger girl. And I know it's hard to design around curves, but you know, like if a girl has a bigger chest, just upsizing and scaling it isn't really going to help because they have different issues. Just because you upsize doesn't mean that it's going to fit that body type. So just adding a couple inches to it isn't really plus size to me. Does that make sense? Again, if you wear that kind of stuff and you're confident in it, good for you. Do you. But for me, that is a pet peeve. Because I'll be in the store and I'll see those big busted girls and they're trying on clothes and they're like, they're escaping. This will not hold me. This cut is way too revealing. Like, yeah, so just give us some options on top of just making the clothes a little bigger. The cap sleeves, I hate them. Again, I hate showing my arms. That's my own thing. Second of all, store models. Again, power to you, but not all plus size girls are evenly distributed. You always see on the website just she's wider, but her stomach is completely flat. She has no extra hang. And what gets me the most is some websites, you will see the plus size model and the head does not match the body. Have you noticed this? It's a skinny little head put on a wider body. There's no way, even if they got liposuction to you know, angle out their jawline, there's no way that head fits on that body. If you're going to accept the body, accept the head, okay? So we have a little double chin going, or it's a little wider than you would like. That's not up to you. The body is the body. Keep it one piece. Don't take another model's head and Photoshop it on a plus size body. That gets me so mad. So very mad. Okay, so I can go on and on, but I'm going to keep it at those two things for right now. Because I know this video is getting long and I know you're getting tired of me ranting. Okay, last question, number 10, is give us your tips for fitting into Trip jeans. Is this sponsored? Is this whole challenge sponsored by Trip? Is that what's going on? I love Trip pants. I always wanted them when I was younger. I won't quite say a kid, but when I was younger, I loved the look of them. But these days, sorry, I've given up on pants altogether. Okay, I don't wear jeans. I don't wear pants. I wear leggings. That is all I wear anymore is leggings. So I'm sorry, I don't have any magical tips for you to fit into those awesome Trip pants, because if I could, I would, but I don't find I look good in them, and I don't think I can wiggle into them. If I did attempt to, I would probably just wear a longer shirt to cover my belly pooch, and I don't know, somehow fight into them. Do the hitching up my pants dance where you jump into your pants. Um, that's pretty much it. Thank you for sticking around and watching me rant about plus size issues. Do like Aisling did. Aisling, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm very sorry. But do your own video. Link it in the bottom description in the comments. I will watch it, and hopefully I will find some wonderful people to subscribe to. Let's build our community up. Let's support each other. I would love to see more plus size people, and if you're a smaller YouTuber, I know it's hard for people to find you, so by all means, in the comments, put a link to your channel. I would love to watch you. I would love to subscribe to you. I need more support. I have issues. I'm working through them, and hopefully we can all work together.